Hi, I'm Ashley Milton, and today we're here with Kathy Morrissey from Empowered by Soul. Today she's going to share with us the exact steps she took to make her first $100,000 online.
Hey Ash, thanks for having me.
No problem. So Kathy, tell me a little bit about how you got started with this.
Sure. So first of all, I think I'll just start off with telling you why I decided to create an online business, because I think that's important. Nobody ever does anything unless they feel that they have a deep need to do something, or they're passionate about a topic, or something along those lines. We've got to have a reason. So the reason for me was that I could create a business that was a lifestyle business, and it means that I can basically be anywhere in the world and be running this business. So what I've found since then is that I'm not the only one that thinks that. There's a lot of people out there that want to create a lifestyle business. And, really interestingly enough, the topic that I started off with, and I still have this, it's the Renovation College, and it's renovating houses for profit. So the very first launch that I ever ran, that was the product that I was selling. And I'll tell you a little bit about that. So I had actually worked in that field for a few years, helping other people. And the thing that was really consistent was that the method that we were using was making money, for people with houses. And so when I realised that that would be a good topic, it was something that I was comfortable with. I had results. I knew that that was the thing to create my first course on. But when I actually started, I didn't start with a ready-made course. I started by announcing to the world that I was renovating a house, and basically said on my Facebook page, is there anybody out there that wants to learn how to renovate houses for profit? And about 10 people put their hand up and they said, yeah, we're in. And that's how I ran my very first course. I was actually renovating a house at the same time as teaching people. So that grew then, of course. That was the first time that, I had a little mini launch, and it was just people that were very familiar with me. So, there were people that already knew that I had this renovating thing going on. A time went by and I wanted to create the course properly, put it on a membership site and launch it. So the next steps that I took then was I had to learn what were the steps to take to actually make a course on a membership site, how to launch this properly, and what sort of advertising and so on that needs to be taken into consideration. Yeah.
Did you have to hire any people during that process?
Yeah, so the first person that I hired was a mentor, a lady that she was already working online, and she'd already had an established business, and she was doing coaching and consulting, and her expertise was in marketing, and in particular it was Facebook ad marketing. And for anybody that isn't really aware of that, it's quite strategic. You need to understand who are the people that are interested in your topic, and just narrow down your marketing so that you're only talking to those people. Because otherwise what will happen, you'll just waste a lot of money talking to people that are not interested in that topic. So the other thing that we needed to do was we had to create a launch. And once again, I used a person that specialised in that area, hired them, worked one-to-one with that person, as well as worked in a course area as well. And whilst I was learning it, I actually launched the product. And I spent about $2,000 in ads, and I had a return in that first time launch of $22,000. And I was kind of a bit disappointed. I thought, gee, I wished it was a bit more than that, Anyway, I was having a chat to my mentor, and she is an accountant, an ex-accountant, before she decided to make her lifestyle business online. And she said to me, she did some figures, and she came back and she said, you've made 800% on your investment. Like, why are you complaining? And I went, oh, she's right. So once I sort of looked at it through different eyes, I realised that I had to not only, just follow her methods again, just keep repeating it, but in order to reach more people and make more money, I had to increase that as time went on. So it's taken a year, just a bit over a year, and just when I tallied everything up, I had actually just gone over the $100,000 mark. Within probably another month or two after that, it's amazing how once the money starts to come, that it really starts to come. And, you know, in a month after that, I had added another 30,000 onto that as well. So, you know, in a very short space of time, I had created that ideal lifestyle business. And, you know, really all I need is a computer and a phone to do my coaching calls when I work one-to-one with people, and an internet connection. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And did you encounter any challenges during this time?
Yeah, definitely. The challenge was in becoming a bit overwhelmed by all the things that I had to learn. You know, we don't realise when we start something, we just think, oh, you know, I'm not even sure what we think, but I certainly like to simplify everything. And I remember there was just so many things initially that I was unaware of the order that they had to be put in. That was, I probably lost a little bit of time, maybe 3 or 4 months, in not understanding that there's a certain order that you need to do it. And when I look back now, I think it's the same order that we used when we renovate a house. You know, you can't style the house before the house is repaired and so on. Well, I guess it's like that. You have to know the system and, you know, exact steps and put them in the right order so that we actually create it. So yeah, there was a lot of challenges, and mostly it was because I didn't understand, I didn't know, and I probably lost the first few months just fiddling around and then realising, oh my gosh, I actually need a team. There needs to be more than just me. And once I realised that, I was able to then find the people that have done this before and work with them and, you know, be able to create the course, the membership site, and now launch anytime, really. Yeah.
Great. All right, what do you think are some of the main differences between an online business and a traditional business?
Yeah, well, the first thing that I think we need to say here is, regardless of what business you have to invest in it. You have to invest time and money. And often that's the thing that people get a little bit scared of. They become overwhelmed and they think, what if I lose this, you know? And by the way, that happens with houses, whether it's an online business or whether it's a house or anything. You know, people's fears come up about the investment of money. So here's what I'm going to say. It's a lot cheaper to start an online business than it is a traditional bricks and mortar business. For most bricks and mortar businesses, you would be looking at least $100,000 to set that up. And then you need to have some backup money because, you know, you have to wait and get clients. So you're waiting for money to come in. By comparison to online, you know, even investing in yourself, in your education, in mentors or, you know, Facebook ad strategists, you know, even working in those social media people, whatever it is that you need, it's still a hell of a lot less than a traditional business. To be quite honest, you know, I think if you allowed somewhere between $10,000 and $20,000 to learn and start advertising and launch your first product, you will be making that money back without any trouble whatsoever. The key is to have the right system. If you're going to try and battle this out yourself, that's where you'll lose, because you'll throw money on ads and, you know, like I said earlier, you have to learn who you're targeting to. Like, how do I find just those people that are interested in my topic? And I'm not talking to everybody. There's a billion people on Facebook. You know, if I had to pay ads to all of those people, I'd be wasting a lot of money. So you need a system, and you need to know, how do I implement this so that I target just the people that I want. So now what's happened in that year from that is, because I've learned all of those things and understand the launch process and ads and so on, even though I still hire people, I'm now in a position to help. You know, the girls had come to me from my previous groups and said, can you teach us what you know? So that's one of the reasons why we're talking today. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention today, or any other topics you'd like to cover?
Look, I think that, no, not really. I think that the one thing that I would like to say is that anybody that's feeling a bit nervous about doing anything like that, that they, just get somebody to help you, right? If you take on board that this is a business, there's certain things that I need to educate myself with, and then, procedures that I have to learn first, and you take all of that on board, you will not fail. The only people that fail are the people that give up. So even if times get a little bit tough now and again, or it's a bit challenging or something like that, if you have people to work with and in a community, that's the thing that's going to be the strength behind your success or not. And I think that's all I can say is that, narrowed down, there's about 7 steps that we need to take. And once they're done in that order, there's absolutely no reason for you not to make money.
And do you think having a mentor was important in that process as well, having someone to guide you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Before that process, I had actually worked with other marketers and, personal development mentors and so on. And in fact, a few years back, I was able to interview Bob Proctor, and he's one of my heroes and someone that I mentored with. I think that's really important, because if you want to create something that you've never done before, you need somebody to help you. You can't just pull this out of the sky, like you've been to journalist school, right? How long did it take you at school and then after that to actually learn how to be a journalist? I'm sure it was a number of years, right? So, if you could just put that back into the same perspective, it's the same thing here. It's just studying in a different way, And at the end of the day, maybe it's not for everybody, but it's definitely for the person that wants more freedom and they like to be able to set their own rules. So this is a perfect environment for them to do that. And to be honest, you can make a really good living just working 20 hours a week. So from my point of view, it's great. But of course, you have to be the right person for that. So that's it though. 7 steps and you can get online though.
No, that's great. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank you, Ashley. It's been lovely to talk to you today and share with you how I made my first $100,000 online in just 12 months. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Bye.